बिस्मिल्लाहिर्रहमानिर्रहीम।
शुरू अल्लाह के नाम से जो रहमान और रहीम है।
इक़रा बिस्मि रब्बिकल्लज़ी खलक़।
पढ़ो ए नबी अपने रब के नाम के साथ जिसने पैदा किया।
खलक़ल इंसान मिन अलक़।
जमे हुए खून के एक लोथड़े से इंसान की तख्लीक की।
इक़रा व रब्बुकल अकरम।
पढ़ो और तुम्हारा रब बड़ा करीम है।
अल्लज़ी अल्लम बिल क़लम।
जिसने कलम के जरिए से इल्म सिखाया।
अल्लमल इंसान मा लम यअलम।
इंसान को वो इल्म दिया जिसे वो न जानता था।
Assalamualaikum. Start our class with the name of Allah, who is most beneficent and merciful. I hope you all are fine. As you know, we are going to celebrate 73rd Independence Day, and Pakistan is came into being 14th August 1947. And Pakistan is an Islamic country. You are unable to attend the school for celebration of Independence Day due to the current situation of COVID-19. But you will celebrate this day with heart and soul. So now in the previous class we have completed the few topics from the chapter number 2, the topic that is the molar mass, Avogadro number, topic of mole, and types of chemical reaction. But in this class, this is the video number 6 and week number 4, and we will continue this chapter number 2, chemical combination. This is the week number 4, video number 6, and chapter number 2, chemical combination. Okay, we will start the first numerical, that is the related from the 2018 question number 7. How many atoms or molecules are there in 8 gram of sulfur and 8.8 gram of carbon dioxide. Okay. This numerical, how many atoms or molecules are there in 8 gram of sulfur and 8.8 gram of carbon dioxide. This numerical has two parts. First part they have 8 gram of sulfur, and second part it has 8.8 gram of carbon dioxide. So first of all we will solve the first part of this numerical. How many atoms are in 8 gram of sulfur? This is the first part of this numerical. How many atoms are in 8 gram of sulfur? First of all we will write the first head. You know very well, in previous class we have studied about this. The first head, that is the data, another head, that is the given. So which value are given in this numerical? The value is 8 gram. So mass of, and you will write the head from blue and black marker. Okay, just you have to use these two markers for the headings. And mass of substance, which substance are using here? Sulfur. Mass of sulfur is 8 gram, and sulfur is atom. We will find the number of atoms, so that's why we will write here the atomic mass of sulfur. Atomic mass of sulfur is 32 gram. This is the constant mass and you have to memorize this. Atomic mass of sulfur is 32 gram, and next head we will write here required. Which value are given this? So we will write in data. But we have to find the number of atoms. So this value write in the required. Number of atoms. We will find here number of atoms. Okay, this value we have to find here the number of atoms. That's why we write here. Okay, now the solution. Another head, that is the solution. If we will find the number of atoms and number of molecules, so we will apply the formula of Avogadro's number. Number of atoms equal to Avogadro number, mass of sulfur, and divided by atomic mass of sulfur. Okay, this is the formula of Avogadro number. Number of atoms equal to the Avogadro number multiplied by mass of substance divided by atomic mass of sulfur. So number of atoms, we will put all the values from the data. The value of Avogadro's number, which is the constant, and we have to write in data. This value will not give it in this numerical, Avogadro's numerical. So we will write here 6.02 10 to the power 23. You will write yourself. This value is not given in the numerical. So number of atoms, the value of Avogadro is 6.02 10 to the power 23, and the mass of substance is 32 gram, and atomic mass of sulfur is mass of substance is 8 gram, and atomic mass of sulfur is 32 gram. Okay, gram to gram will be cutted here. Number of atoms. Okay, now 6.02 multiplied by 8. 6.02 multiplied by 8 and divided by 32. 6.02 multiplied by 8 and divided by 32. The multiplied value is 48.16. You will check this, and divided by 32. You will divide these two values, 48.16 divided by 32. The answer is 1.505 10 to the power 23 atoms of sulfur, because we have to find here how many atoms of sulfur. So that's why we will write here 1.505 10 to the power 23 atoms of sulfur. Okay, now first of all, given mass of sulfur is 8 gram and atomic mass of sulfur, which is the constant, you have to memorize this. Atomic mass of sulfur is 32 gram and the value of Avogadro is 6.02 10 to the power 23. The required value is number of atom. We have to find here the number of atom for this sulfur atom. So the solution is number of atom equal to the Avogadro number multiplied by mass of sulfur and atomic mass of sulfur. Mass of sulfur, which is given 8 gram, and atomic mass of sulfur, which is the constant, 32 gram. Gram to gram will be cut here. Number of atoms 6.02 multiplied by 8 and divided by 32. First of all, you will multiply these two values. 6.02 multiplied by 8, the answer is 48.16, and divided by 32, the whole answer is 1.505 10 to the power 23 atoms of sulfur. You will write complete unit of each numerical. Atoms of sulfur, because we have to find the atoms, that's why I have written atoms of sulfur. So another part of this numerical is how many molecules are there in 8.8 gram of carbon dioxide. Another part of this numerical, how many molecules are there in 8.8 gram of carbon dioxide. This is the second part of this numerical. You have to solve from this method. So first of all, 8.8 gram, the mass of carbon dioxide mass of carbon dioxide is 8.8 gram. This is the mass of carbon dioxide which is given, and we will take out the molecular mass of carbon dioxide. The atomic mass of carbon is 12, okay, and the atomic mass of oxygen is 16 multiplied by 2, 12 plus 16, 32 plus 12, the overall mass is 44 gram. Okay, now the required value is molecule. How many molecules? Number of molecules. We will find here the number of molecules. Okay, now we will apply the formula of number of atoms. No, number of molecules. Number of molecules, mass of carbon dioxide and molecular mass of carbon dioxide. So the value of Avogadro, which is constant, and you have to write here the value of Avogadro is 6.02 10 to the power 23. You have to write yourself in given. This is the constant value. Okay. So the value of Avogadro is 6.02 10 to the power 23. And the mass of carbon dioxide, which is given in the numerical, is 8.8 gram. And the molecular mass of carbon dioxide is 44 gram. The unit gram to gram will be cut here. First of all, you will multiply these both value. 6.02 multiplied by 8.8. 6.02 multiplied by 8.8. The answer is 52.976. This is the multiplied value of answer, and you will divide these both values. 52.976 divided by 44. The answer is 1.204 10 to the power 23 molecules of carbon dioxide. This is the answer of this numerical. You will write the complete unit. Okay. First of all, you will write the mass of carbon dioxide, which is given in this numerical, 8.8 gram, and the molecular mass of carbon dioxide is 44 gram. You have to write yourself the value of Avogadro's number, Na 6.02 10 to the power 23. Okay, the required value is number of molecules. The formula we will apply here, the number of molecules that is related from the Avogadro's number. The formula is number of molecules equal to Avogadro's number multiplied by mass of carbon dioxide divided by the molecular mass of carbon dioxide. Avogadro's number, the value of Avogadro's number is 6.02 10 to the power 23. The mass of carbon dioxide is 8.8 gram and molecular mass of carbon dioxide is 44 grams. So you have to put all this value which is given in the data. Okay. Number of molecules 6.02 multiplied by 8.8 divided by 44. First of all, you will multiply these both values. 6.02 multiplied by 8.8. The answer is multiplied value is 52.976 10 to the power 23 divided by 44. After this, you will divide these two values. 52.976 divided by 44. The whole answer is 1.204 10 to the power 23 molecules of carbon dioxide. You will write the complete unit of each numerical. Okay, this numerical which is related from your book, page number 39. Book page number 39. And numerical is question number 12. And question is, how many atoms are there in 5 mole of sulfur? Okay, this is the book page numerical 39 and question number 12. So we will solve here. How many atoms are there in 5 mole of sulfur? 5 mole of sulfur. Okay, first of all we will find here the number of atoms. This is the different numerical from that numericals we have solved in previous classes. Okay, this is the different numerical because here we have to find number of atoms. But despite of that, here is given moles. In presence of moles, we have to find the number of atoms. In this situation we solve this numerical from this method. Okay, how many atoms are there in 5 mole of sulfur? So, first of all, we will write the first head data, another head that is the given. So which value are given in this numerical? 5 moles. So number of moles is 5. And sulfur, atomic mass of sulfur is 32 grams. Okay, now we will find here the number of atoms. That's why we have to write here the value is Avogadro's number 6.02 10 to the power 23. We will find here the number of atoms. How many atoms? Number of atoms in 5 mole of sulfur. So solve this numerical from this method. 1 mole of sulfur in 1 mole of sulfur, how many particles of the sulfur contain? 6.02 10 to the power 23. So we have to find in 5 moles of sulfur. In 5 moles of sulfur, we will multiply these both values. 6.02 10 to the power 23 multiplied by 5, because we have to find in 5 mole of sulfur. 5 multiplied by 6.02 10 to the power 23. In 5 mole of sulfur, the number of atoms are 3.01 10 to the power 23. Atoms of sulfur. This is a different numerical because here is given the value of moles. In presence of mole, we have to find here the number of atoms. So you will follow this method. The number of moles, here is value given is 5 mole, and the atomic mass of sulfur, which is the constant you have to memorize, is the 32 gram. Okay, the value of Avogadro is 6.02 10 to the power 23. We have to find here the number of atoms. The required value is number of atoms. In 1 mole of sulfur, 1 mole of carbon dioxide, 1 mole of each element contains 6.02 10 to the power 23. Okay, now we will find here 5 moles of sulfur. We will find here in 5 moles of sulfur how many atoms of sulfur contain. We will multiply these both values. 6.02 10 to the power 23 multiplied by 5. 5 multiplied by 6.0 10 to the power 23. The answer is 3.01 10 to the power 23 atoms of sulfur. In 5 moles of sulfur contain 3.01 10 to the power 23 atoms of sulfur. So we will move another numerical, that is the 2014 question number 4. The numerical is 2014 question number 4 and book page 39 question number 14. Calculate the number of atoms present in 1 gram of oxygen. Calculate number of atoms present in 1 gram of oxygen. Okay. How many atoms are present in 4 grams of oxygen? This is the book page 39 question, and this question, this numerical 2014 question number 4. Calculate the number of atoms present in 1 gram of oxygen. So first of all we will write the head data, another head, that is the given. Okay, the given value is 1 gram, this is the given value of 1 gram of oxygen. So mass of oxygen is 1 gram. And the molecular mass of oxygen is the mass of oxygen is fixed. Atomic mass of oxygen is 16. 16 multiplied by 2, the answer is 32 gram. This is the molecular mass of oxygen. Okay. This is the atom oxygen, but we will find here the molecular mass of oxygen. Why? Because oxygen stays in diatomic state. That's why we will take out the molecular mass of oxygen gas. Okay. Now we will find here the number of atoms. Number of atoms. If we will find the number of atoms, number of molecules, so we will apply the formula of Avogadro's number. Number of atoms, Avogadro number, as usual, mass of substance multiplied by mass of substance. Which substance are given here? Oxygen. And the molecular mass of oxygen gas the value of Avogadro, which is the constant, is 6.02 10 to the power 23. You have to memorize this value, 6.02 10 to the power 23. This is the constant value, and the mass of oxygen gas is 1 gram, and molecular mass of oxygen is 32 gram. Gram to gram will cut here. The number of atoms, again we will write here 6.02 multiplied by 1, the answer is 6.02. 6.02 10 to the power 23. You will multiply these both values, 6.02 divided by 32, the answer is 0.188 10 to the power 23. We will write here atoms of oxygen. Okay, number of atoms in 1 grams of oxygen contains 0.1881 10 to the power 23 atoms of oxygen. This is final answer of this numerical. Okay, calculate the number of atoms present in 1 gram of oxygen. Mass of oxygen is 1 gram, which is given here in the numerical. Molecular mass of oxygen, you will take out this molecular mass of oxygen. The atomic mass of oxygen is 16 and multiply by 2, 16 multiplied by 2, the answer is 32 gram. This is the molecular mass, and we will find here the number of atoms. We will apply the formula of Avogadro's number because we have to find here the number of atoms. Number of atom equal to Avogadro's number multiplied by mass of oxygen divided by molecular mass of oxygen. You will put these all values. Number of atoms, the value of Avogadro is 6.02 10 to the power 23, and mass of oxygen is 1 gram, molecular mass of oxygen is 32. So you will multiply the both values, 6.02 multiply by 10 to the power 23 multiply by 1, the answer is 6.02 10 to the power 23. Okay, now we will divide these two values. The answer is 0.1881 10 to the power 23 atoms of oxygen. In number 1 gram of oxygen contains 0.1881 10 to the power 23 atoms of oxygen. Now we will solve another numerical book page. This is on the book page number 39. Numerical number 11. The atomic mass of chlorine is 75% and another chlorine atom is 25%. Calculate the average atomic mass of chlorine. Okay, this is the another numerical which is different, which is very different. Okay, the atomic mass of chlorine, the atomic masses of chlorine is 75%, 35, chlorine 35 is 75%, chlorine 37 is 25%. Calculate the average atomic masses of chlorine. So first of all we will understand what is this. This is one element of chlorine is 35, 70 and another is chlorine 37, 70. Those atoms which contain the same atomic number but different masses numbers are called isotopes. These are isotopes. Atoms of the element having same atomic number but different mass numbers are called isotopes. So we are here are given two isotopes. The first isotope, the percentage of is 75%, another isotope the percentage is 25%. So we will solve this numerical. The atomic mass of this chlorine is 35 atomic mass unit and the percentage of this chlorine is 75% and the percentage of this chlorine is 75%. Okay, atomic mass of chlorine is 35 atomic mass unit which is given here. This is the atomic mass and the percentage of chlorine in chlorine is, the percentage is given here 75% of this chlorine atom. Another atomic mass of another chlorine atom is 37 atomic mass unit. We will write here the unit is atomic mass unit and the percentage of chlorine in this chlorine element is 25%. Here are two percentages are given of each element of chlorine. So we will solve here. We have to find here average atomic masses of chlorine. Required value is average atomic mass of chlorine. Another head we will write here the solution. The average atomic mass of chlorine okay. You will multiply 35 multiply by 75 divided by 100. because here is given a percentage, that's why I am writing here the 100. Okay, now 37 multiplied by 25, this value is also divided by 100. Okay, 35 multiplied by 75, the answer is, the multiplied value is 2625 divided by 100. And another value 37 multiplied by 25, the answer is 925 divided by 100. This value 2625 divided by 100, the answer is 2.625. Another value, that is the 925 divided by 100, the answer, that is the 9.25. After this you will add these both value. The answer is, average atomic mass of chlorine is the answer, that is the 35.5 atomic mass unit. This is the final answer of this numerical. So first of all, this is on the book page number 39, and the numerical number 11, the atomic masses of chlorine, this isotope has 75%, and another chlorine element, the percentage is 25%. These are the same elements. Calculate the average atomic masses of chlorine. So first of all, you will write the head data, another head, that was the given. So atomic mass of chlorine is 35 AMU atomic mass unit. This is the first chlorine element, and this is the atomic mass, and this is the atomic number. I told you earlier, the atomic mass of this chlorine is 35 atomic mass unit, and percentage of chlorine in this chlorine is the 75%, which is the given here. Another value, atomic mass of chlorine, another element is 37 atomic mass unit, and percentage of this chlorine in chlorine element is 25%. Okay, average, you have to find here average atomic masses of chlorine. So atomic mass of chlorine, we will take out here atomic mass of chlorine, average atomic mass of chlorine. So you will multiply this 35 multiplied by 75 and divided by 100, because here is given a percentage. So another value 37 multiplied by 25 and divided by 100. You will multiply these both value, 35 multiplied by 75, the answer is 2625 divided by 100. Another value, that is the 37 multiplied by 25, the answer is 925 divided by 100. After this you will multiply, you will divide these both value, the answer is 2.625. 2.625 will add in the 9.25, the whole answer is 35.5 atomic mass unit. This is the average atomic mass of chlorine. Okay, we will solve another numerical, that is related from a moles. So numerical number 21, and this is this numerical on the book page number 39. Numerical is, the formula for rust is Fe2O3. This is the formula of rust. And how many moles of iron in iron in 30 gram of rust. This numerical is related from a book page number 39. Okay, the formula for rust is Fe2O3, and how many moles of iron in 30 gram of rust. Okay, so first of all we will write here the data, and another head, that is the given. Okay, how many moles, we have to find here the number of moles. Okay, so here is the atom, element is given iron, and the formula for rust is Fe2O3. So first of all we will write here the given value. This is 30 gram. Mass of iron is 30 gram. Mass of iron is 30 gram, and we will take out the molecular mass of iron. We will take take the molecular mass of rust, the iron atomic mass is 56. This is the constant and you have to memorize this. This is the atomic mass of iron 56. You have to multiply by 2. And another element, oxygen, the atomic mass of oxygen is 16, which is a constant. 16 multiplied by 3. You have to multiply the subscript value. The subscript value is 3. 56 multiplied by 2, 112 gram, and 16 multiplied by 3, 48 gram. So we will add this both values. The answer is 160 gram. The overall answer is 160 gram. This is the molecular mass of rust. First of all, you will multiply this 56. This is the atomic mass of iron. This is the constant mass, and you will multiply the subscript value. Okay, the plus in oxygen, atomic mass of oxygen 60 multiplied by 3. 56 multiplied by 2. The answer is 112. 112 add in the 48 gram. The total answer is 160 gram. The molecular mass of rust is 160 gram. Okay. We will find here how many moles. Number of moles. Okay, solution. Next head. We have a solution. In 1 mole of rust contain the formula of rust is Fe2O3. In 1 mole of rust contain 2 atoms of iron. You have to see here clearly. In 1 mole of rust contain 2 atoms of iron. Okay, in 160 gram, we will take out the molecular mass of rust. In 160 gram, the mass of iron will be doubled. The mass of iron will be doubled. 56 multiplied by 2. The answer is 112 gram. But we have to find here in 30 gram. In 30 gram of rust, we will multiply these both value. 30 multiplied by 112 and divided by 160. Total answer is 21 gram. So we have to find here the number of moles. The formula of moles is moles of iron. Moles of iron, mass of iron, and atomic mass of iron. First of all, we will write here mass of iron divided by the atomic mass of iron. So the mass of iron is 21 gram and the atomic mass of iron is 56 gram. Gram to gram will be unit cutted here. Moles of iron is, you will divide these both value. 21 divided by 56, the answer is 0.375 moles of iron. This is the final answer of this numerical. Okay. We have a numerical. The formula for rust is Fe2O3 and how many moles of iron in 30 gram of rust. So mass of iron which is given here the 30 gram and molecular mass of iron is 160 gram. Okay, we have to find here number of moles. So in 1 mole of iron, contain 2 atoms of iron. Okay. 2 atoms of iron in 160 gram of iron. The molecular mass of rust is 160. We have to check in 160 gram of rust, the mass of iron will be doubled. The atomic mass of iron 56 and 56 multiplied by 2, the answer is 112 gram. So we have to find here in 30 gram of rust, the mass of iron is. In 30 gram of rust, we have to take out just this mass of iron. We have to multiply 30, multiply by 112 and divide by 160. The whole answer of this iron is 21 gram. This is the mass of iron, 21 gram. So we will take out the moles of iron. Okay, we have a formula. This is a moles of iron, mass of iron divided by atomic mass of iron. So mass of iron is 21 gram and atomic mass of iron is, which is a constant, you have to memorize this, 21 divided by 56. The whole answer is 0.375 moles of iron. Okay, this is the moles of iron. So we have completed the past papers question numericals. So another topic we have chemical equation. Okay, we have the last topic of this chapter, chemical equation as well as balance equation. Chemical equation, first of all we will discuss what is the chemical equation. G. Chemical equation is a shorthand method for describing the chemical reaction. It is a shorthand method for describing the chemical reaction. Chemical reaction. It is a shorthand method for describing the chemical reaction. Substance which are placed before the chemical reaction are called reactant, as you know about this, and the substance which are produced during the chemical reaction are called product. Okay, another point, the substance which are placed before the chemical reaction are called reactant and the substance which are produced during chemical reaction are product. Reactant and product are separate by single arrow or double arrow, but it depends upon the kind of reaction. So, we have suppose two molecules of hydrogen and react with one molecule of oxygen. It gives us two molecules of water. This is a two molecules of hydrogen react with one molecule of oxygen. It gives us two molecules of water. So the number in front of the formula in a chemical reaction are called coefficient. The number in front in any formula in a chemical reaction are called coefficient. This number is called a coefficient. Whereas no number appeared, we considered only one. Here is no number, we considered only one. Only one number. Okay. Hydrogen gas react with oxygen gas. It gives us water. Water molecule. The expression GLS indicating the states of matter, G for gases, liquid and solid. This expression shows that states of matter, hydrogen gas react with oxygen gas, it gives us a water molecule. Okay. Now the another expression which is written here, NaCl, AQ. AQ stands for aqueous solution. The substance is in the form of water solution. What is aqueous solution? The substance dissolved in the water solution is called aqueous solution. Like that, sodium chloride, this is a salt dissolved in a water. The substance is formed in the water solution is called a aqueous solution. After this, we'll make a aqueous solution. Okay. AQ for stand for aqueous solution. The substance is in the form of water solution. So after this it will make a aqueous solution. Okay. This is the aqueous condition. We have some reaction condition. Some reaction condition like that, capital letter, Greek capital letter delta. Another reactant conditions are catalyst. What is catalyst? Catalysts are those substances which speed up the reaction. Catalysts are those substances which speed up the reaction, which fast up the reaction. Okay. These are the reaction conditions. These are the reaction conditions and these reaction conditions are sometimes placed over the arrow, sometimes written as over the arrow. Suppose that calcium carbonate is heated by, this is the heating sign, delta. This is the capital Greek letter is the delta. Calcium carbonate heated and form the calcium oxide and carbon dioxide. Okay. This is the, if reactant, this is the reactant and this is the product. If reactant is heated in the presence of catalyst, so both reaction conditions are placed over the arrow. If reactants, suppose that this is the general condition, if reactants are heated in the presence of catalyst, suppose we are using here platinum, this is a catalyst, so we use these both condition, reaction condition are placed over the arrow. Okay. This is a general example, general concept about the chemical equation. So now we will solve the last topic, that is the balancing the chemical equation. Balancing the chemical equation. We have a last topic of this chapter. In balancing the chemical equation, to make the number of atoms of each element are same on both sides of the reaction. We have two sides in chemical reaction, one is the reactant, another is the product. Reactant always written on the left hand side and product always written on the right hand side. Okay. First of all, you will note these general examples. Hydrogen react with oxygen, it gives us water molecule. This is a coefficient number. Okay, we know about this. Okay, we just change the coefficient number in front of any formula in any chemical reaction, but we can't change this subscript. This value is subscript. This is the coefficient. In balance equation, we just change the coefficient in any formula in any chemical reaction, but we can't change the subscript. Why? In contrast, we will change this subscript. The formula of this compound will be changed. Due to the subscript changes, it make from water to the H2O to hydrogen peroxide. So just you will change just coefficient number, not subscript. This is the subscript number and this is the coefficient number. The formula of reactant products are same, fixed and cannot altered due to these changes. Okay. Most of the chemical reactions are solved by inspection method, that is by trial and error method. You are able to solve this method very quickly. So we have few steps of chemical equation. We have a few steps for this balance equation. First step is write the correct formula. This is the step number 1. Write the correct formula of reactant and product. Second step, we have balance the number of atoms on each side. Balance the number of atoms on each side. Balance, third step we have balance the equation by inspection method, that is the trial and error method. So as to make the number of atoms on each side of this equation are same. This is the inspection method. And last step, number of atoms are same on both sides. To be sure, you will check this in last. The number of atoms are same on both sides of reaction, of chemical reaction. Okay, so first of all, we will solve here the balance equation. So how can we solve this? First of all, we will apply the first step, write the correct formula of reactant and product. So now we have hydrogen gas react with oxygen gas, it gives us water molecule. Okay, so first step number 1, balance the number of atoms on each side. Balance the number of atoms on each side, we can check here. The number of hydrogen atom is 2 and oxygen atom is 2. And in product, the count of hydrogen element is 1, 2 and oxygen is 1. Okay, we see that the hydrogen elements are same in reactant and product. The hydrogen element has same number of atoms in reactant side and product side, but number of oxygen atoms are changed and we have to same this count of atoms. So we place the coefficient number 2 in front of water molecule. We place the coefficient number 2 in front of water molecule. We place the coefficient 2 in front of molecule, water molecule. So again we will check here the hydrogen, number of hydrogen atom is 2 and oxygen has 2 elements. And in product the hydrogen number is 2 multiplied by 2. The count of hydrogen element has 4. Hydrogen element has 4 atoms, but in oxygen side the count of this hydrogen is, this coefficient number is hydrogen number, hydrogen atom and also with oxygen atom. This coefficient number with hydrogen atom and also with oxygen atom. So the count of oxygen atom is 2. So we see there here, again we will see here the number of oxygen atoms are same in reactant side and product side, but the number of hydrogen elements are different. So we place the coefficient number 2 in front of hydrogen. We place the coefficient number 2 in front of hydrogen. So again we will check the count of each atoms. In reactant side 2 to the 4, the hydrogen element has 4 atoms and oxygen has 2 atoms. Similarly here in product side the count of hydrogen element is 2 to the 4 and oxygen atom is 2, because this coefficient number is with hydrogen and oxygen. So you will see here the number of, now the equation is balanced. You will see here now the equation is balanced because the number of atoms of each elements are same on both sides of the reaction. Okay, now the equation is balanced because the number of atoms of each elements are same on both sides of the reaction. So you have to solve from this method the balance equation. Okay, this is the last topic of our chapter. Now our chapter has been completed, chapter number 2. So you will note the homework in your diary. You will note the homework in your diary. Okay, first homework you have solve book exercise question. You have to accomplish all these things, do solve book questions properly, neatly, cleanly on your copy. Okay, and which is on the book page number 39 and questions are here. Solve book exercise question, that is on the book page number 40 and 41 and the questions are 29, 30, 31 and 32. You have to solve this question which is related from your book, and book page number 40 and 41, question number 29, 30, 31 and 32. Another diary you have, you will solve the fill in the blanks. Try to solve these blanks and you have to write in your copy. This blanks on the book page number 37, question number 1. You have to solve this. Okay. 29, 30, 31, 32. This is the questions. Okay. Another diary you have practice numericals of moles and Avogadro's number. And you will practice the balance equation which is related from your past paper 2016, question number 3. 2016, question number 3. Okay. 2016, question number 3. This is your diary. You have to complete this. Okay. You have to complete your copy work. And we have completed the chapter number 2. In next class, we will start another chapter, that is the atomic structure, chapter number 3. So, you have to memorize, you have to practice. I hope you have got everything. On the Independence Day, let us remember the sacrifice that has been made for our freedom. So love your freedom, love your Pakistan. Happy Independence Day. Allah Hafiz, Pakistan Zindabad.